Hi, children. Today we are going to look into the jungle. Who lives in the jungle? Yes, animals, big and small, live in the jungle. Many we have seen in the pictures, others you might have seen in the zoo. So today, let's look at and learn where they live, what they eat, and what different types of tails they have. Short, long, deer has antlers and things like that. There's a lot of difference between a lion and a tiger. If you see the lion, he's got a lot of hair, lovely, gorgeous to look at. The animals in the jungle are all colorful. Look at zebra, black and white stripes, lovely. It belongs to the horse family. Then you have other huge animal like the elephant. Another huge one is the hippo. The hippopotamus, he is so huge and fat, he loves to cool off in the water. He's always found wherever there is a lot of water. Then you have the very elegant, tall giraffe. Tiny head, small body, but long neck and long legs and hands with a tiny little tail. The giraffe, it loves to eat the leaves. The elephant too, though huge, he normally eats green leaves. He loves to eat bananas and the large leaf of the coconut tree. Then there are other beautiful animals like the deer. The deer, he runs so fast, but the most beautiful part is the lovely antlers that he holds on his head. It's so elegant. Then there is a cheetah, leopard. The body looks so beautiful. So we have gorgeous animals and they are fierce. You dare not go next to them. They all live in the beautiful green surroundings. And the green jungle is made up of large number of trees, all kinds of trees. And we are told not to cut down, but if we do, we're supposed to plant more trees. The animal's home is generally the jungle. So it is our duty to support, to help, to secure the animal safety by having lots of jungles, protecting the jungle, and helping animals to be safe. You are safe in your home. The animals need to be safe in their home. So what are we looking at? We are looking at lovely pictures of animals. We are talking about the wild animals in their home called jungle. Wild animals. Why are they called wild? Are you wild? No, wild means they are ready to pounce on you, ferocious, scary. What is the opposite of wild? Tame, pet. We keep them in our home. But when we say wild animals, they live in the jungle. Big, huge forest that stretches miles and miles, acres and acres, and full trees, all kinds of trees and grass grow there. And the animals are happy there. Can you name some of the wild animals? one. Yes, lion. We have the lovely, gorgeous lion. And the lion, he has lovely orange hair on him and he looks so beautiful. You love to look at a lion, don't you? Then you have bear. There are brown bears and black bears. They are all lovely, cuddly, huge. But you dare not go near them. Then we have tiger with lovely orange, yellow, black stripes. Tiger. That's another lovely animal to look at. Then we have the large elephant. You love to watch an elephant? Elephant. This long trunk. And you love to take a ride if ever he comes in the temple near your house. Then you have the tall, beautiful giraffe. The lovely giraffe. I said, got small head, lovely little crown on his head, long neck, the tiny body and a tiny tail and long legs, the four long legs, and he walks as though dancing about. He loves to eat grass, the tall soft leaves, the top of the tree he has. Then you have the cheetah with all his spot on him, the lovely cheetah. It belongs to the cat family. He can run fast. He can climb a tree. He can climb and sit there, watch, wait for his food to pass by. So cheetah, another lovely animal. Then you have the deer, the lovely little deer. I said the fastest runner is a deer. Cheetah is also fast runner. But what makes it beautiful is the deer is so gentle, lovely looking, and these antlers on his head make him really beautiful. Then you have the wild rabbit, huge wild rabbit. Where does he live? You have the tame rabbit and wild rabbit. The wild rabbits normally he makes his own burrow. Then you have a lovely, beautiful zebra. Just like you look at the zebra crossing on the road, lovely zebra. It's got white stripes, white and black, and he really looks lovely. Then you have a leopard, something similar to the cheetah, but only the spots are different. Leopard. Then there is another huge, lovely, nice and ugly animal called hippo. He's so hot. He feels so hot. He's so huge. And we have the hippo, and we call him hippo, but his actual name is hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. He's got a big snout, huge animal that loves to lie in the cool waters to keep himself cool. Okay? Then, what else? Lion, bear, tiger, elephant, giraffe, cheetah, deer, rabbit, zebra, leopard, hippo. And what other animals do you know? There are other smaller animals also live there. Like there are animals that eat the dead animal called hyena. It belongs to the dog family. Hyena eats only the leftover of the dead animal. Now, we have here just 12, but there are many more wild animals that live in the jungle. So now let's look at their home. We are looking at their home, animal and their home. Now, most of them, rather all of them, live in the jungle. But there are few, like the lion lives in a den. In the forest, if there is a hole, there is a rock, he lives inside the den. So normally the lion, he lives in the den. Then you have the rabbit. The rabbit, the wild rabbit, normally makes holes in the ground. He will go digging up the ground and he makes a nice little cozy, warm house for himself, and we call that a burrow. So a little rabbit or a large rabbit. Rabbit, where does he live? He makes his own home and we call this burrow. And he lives inside that. Then who else? The hippo. You normally find the hippo lying in the water because he is so huge and he feels so hot. So let's say our dear little hippo is normally lies in the water. Okay. The rest, they all live in the jungle. All right? They all live with. Now, in the jungle, they will look for places, they will look for trees that will merge with their body. Now, if you look at the giraffe, if you look at the giraffe, he normally found in the forest where there are tall grass, tall trees, and normally he nibbles the lovely, fresh, juicy leaves. And when wild, terrible animals like the bear, the lion, the tiger, the cheetah, when all these pass by, the giraffe get merged with the trees and grass, and he will stand still to protect himself. What about the tiger? The tiger, the cheetah, the leopard, the lion. Okay? Now, these also, I'm talking about cheetah, lion, tiger, leopard. These animals are very, very clever. They too choose tall grass that merges with their body. Nice, lovely yellow and green grass that is tall enough so that they can go in between, and that's how they camouflage. They protect themselves. Or rather, they wait in watch to catch their little prey. Now, supposing the cheetah, the lion, tiger, and the leopard would like to eat a rabbit or would like to eat a deer, a tiny animal, they will lie in watch, stay still. And when the rabbit passes by, a deer passes by, or a wild goat passes by, he will pounce. So they live among the trees, among the grass, waiting to catch something. All right? So the cheetah, the tiger, the lion, and the leopard, they're very fast runner. They run and catch. So we call these animals, that is smaller animals, we call them carnivores. So now that is the home. Now let's look at the food. Okay, the food. Either they are vegetarians or they are carnivores. We call them carnivores or herbivores. Now, let's look at the carnivores. Carnivores are animals that eat the flesh of smaller animals. And here we have the lion, then we have the tiger who eats smaller animals, then we have cheetah, and then we have the leopard. So we have herbivores or animals that eat only vegetarian, leaves and fruits. The animals that eat only plants and fruits. Let's say, what are they? One, we have the bear. Two, we have the elephant. Three, we have the giraffe. And then we have the zebra. These animals, what do they eat? They eat large leaves, fruits like bananas, they eat that. So we have two types of animals. Animals that eat small animals called carnivores, animals that eat only fruits and leaves, we have herbivores. So we are talking about the third type is the animal, that's the hyena that eat the leftover. We have hyena. What does he eat? He eats the leftover dead animals. Leftover. Leftover or the dead animals. So what these animals, lion, tiger, cheetah, leopard eats, what does he do? The hyena comes and cleans up, eating the leftover of the dead animals. Actually, the hyena helps to clean up the place, isn't it? So, we looked at the wild animals, we looked at their food, their home. Some animals alone makes their own home and lives in a hole. Now, if there is a little fox, he also lives in a hole. But most of them, they just live in the wild forest, but they will merge with the plants or grass so that they are safe. Hi, children. Now we're going to look at and talk about the animals that you love to keep near your home as pets. Now, what do you think they are? Which is the little pet that you like to pat, that runs about inside your house? Yes, a puppy, a cat. Some of us love to keep cats and kittens in the house. Some of us love to keep dogs. There are other pet animals that they are useful to us. We also have them near our home. Now, let's talk about the hen. Hen, we keep the hen for eggs and meat. We also take care of them. Then we have the cow, the goat, the buffalo. These are taken care of by us because they are useful to us and they also help us. Now, buffalo, a bull, helps in the field to help the farmer or to pull a cart. If you have a donkey, he helps you to carry loads and so on. And if you have a dog, and if you have a huge house, he is there to guard our house. But he is also a pet. So now we are going to look at all the animals that we domesticate. So they are called domestic animals because they are also our pets. Okay? So we are going to look at domestic animals or pet animals. Domestic animal. Animals that are kept in our home, we call them domestic, but they are also called pets. They are also called pet animals. Now, what are they? Can you name your pets in your home that you keep? One, dog. Very good. Next, very good. Some of you love to keep fish. Very good. Next, cow. Next, donkey. Donkey helps us. Hen. You have a large home. You keep hens and ducks for eggs and meat. Okay, so you have dog, cat, fish, cow, donkey, hen, duck. What else you keep as pet? You can also have in your stable a horse. Horses are also kept in our home. Horse. What else? What else we keep as pet? Birds, very good. So birds are also kept as pets. So not only domestic animal, we also keep birds as pets. There are people who are very fortunate who keep elephants as pets. Some of them keep elephants as pet, and they also have sheep and goat. Sheep, goat as pets, and they're useful for us. They're useful for our home. Then, now we are looking at where do they live. Some children love to have rabbits, to keep rabbits as their pets. Rabbits. Some children love squirrels. Baby squirrels are taken care of by some children. So we have a whole lot of animals that are kept as pets in our home. Now, the next thing that we are going to look at is where do they live? Okay, now we are looking at the homes of these animals. Now look at our pet animals and their home. We are looking at home. They need a place to live. Okay, so now we're going to look at the home they live in. These animals, they live in a home. And what home? Now, when we say dog, he lives in his own little home, a house called kennel. Very good. Kennel. A dog lives in a kennel. Next we have the cat. Where does the cat live? Cat lives with you in your home. He lives with you in your house. He runs in and out of your house. Next we have the fish. Fish. When the fishes, they are normally kept in a tank, fish tank, so that you can look at them, you can feed them. Next we have here the cow. Where is the cow? Where is he kept? The cow lives in the cow shed. Okay, he has a shed. Cow lives in the cow shed And then we have the donkey. Where does the donkey live? Donkey is also given a shed. Build a shed and he lives in the shed. Next we have the hen. Where does the hen live? He lives in a coop. Hen coop. And next we have the duck. Normally the ducks are found or they live in a pond, in the water. They love to swim about. The horse. Where does the horse live? The horse lives in a stable. Horse, where does he live? He lives in a stable or a shed. Birds, where do you keep your birds? They're put in a cage. Birds, where do they live? Birds are put in a cage. And the sheep, the birds, they live in a cage. Sheep, where are the sheep? Sheep is normally put in a pen. They are put into a pen. Goat also, they are put in a pen. They build a nice little shed. Rabbits and squirrels. Where are the squirrels? Now, the rabbits are put into a burrow. Where are the rabbits? So, rabbits. Rabbits build their burrows, but in your home, the rabbits are kept inside a cage, large cage where they move about. Similarly, the tiny squirrels that you love to keep, they are also put into tiny box in a cage. They are also put into a cage in a box. Now, so we are looking at the animals that we have in our home, like the dog, cat, fish, cow, donkey, hen, duck, horse, birds, also kept as domestic animals. With the animals, sheep and goat and rabbits and squirrels. Now, each of these animals, they have their own place in your house. They have been built tiny places where they can live. So we're looking at the home of these animals. Now, dog. In your house, you give a little space and tiny little home is built for him. And we call dog lives in a kennel. Cat, he always lives with you in your house. Fish, the fishes are put into a tank where you can look at and enjoy. You can feed and you can look at them. Cow, the cows, where do they live? They live in a shed, cow shed, where they eat hay and the baby calf also is with them. Donkeys are also put into the shed where they are safe from the rain and the sun. The hen, if you have the hen, they put it into a coop where they are safe. Ducks normally are put it into the pond, and the horses, they live in the stable. Rabbits, they live in the cage, and squirrels are also put into a box and they are given a cage to live. Goats, what about the goats? Goats and sheep, they are put into the pen and the birds live in the cage. Now, all these pet animals, what do they eat? That's the next thing. What do they eat? Now, if it is the dog, what does he love to eat? Food. What food the dog loves to eat? The dog normally loves to chew bones. So when you talk about the dog, what does he eat? He loves to chew bones. Then the cat. What does the cat love? He loves some fish. He loves a little bit of fish. And the fishes, their food, what you get, sometimes you're given rice or other fish food. Okay? Fish food that you buy in the market. Next you have the cow. He loves nice green grass. He loves green grass or hay. What did the donkey do? He loves some hay and grass and leaves to eat. Hen, he loves the grain that mommy gives. Grain, any grain, he would love to peck. The ducks, he normally gets hold of the tiny fish in the pond. He loves to get his own fish and worms. Fish and worms. What of the horse? Horse too. He loves hay, grass, what is given. Now, the rabbits. Oh, rabbits love to eat fresh cabbage or carrots. And the squirrels, you give him little nuts and he is happy. Now, so animal, pet, domestic animals and birds, or we call the domestic animal pets. The whole lot of animals you love to have near your house to look at them, to help them to grow and to enjoy. Together with that, they are also useful to us. They give us meat and fish. The cow gives us milk. Donkey helps us in carrying loads. But overall, they just keep the place look so beautiful to have these animals around. Now, when we have pets at home, they also have a tiny home. Like the dog has a kennel and he loves to eat some bones. The cat, he normally lives with you and he likes to have the fish that you eat a little bit. Now, the fish lives in the fish tank, you can give them some soft rice or fish food. The cow, he gives us milk and meat, and normally the cow, he lives in the shed and he loves some green, juicy grass to eat. The donkey also lives in the shed, he loves some hay and grass. The hen lives in the coop with his chick and he loves to have some grain. The ducks up in the pond and they love to get their own tiny fish and worms. Horses, they live in the stable, they too like to have some hay and grass. So animals are our friends, they live in and around our house to keep us happy and to make the place look beautiful.